What's up, guys? It's George2D back with a Phasmophobia update. They just updated the game yesterday. I wasn't able to make a video yesterday because of work, but we're doing it the next day, so that's cool. So this update was posted February 10th, which was yesterday. It's the version 0.5.2.0 patch, and it's actually a kind of a big deal. They've buffed some of the cursed possessions, such as the tarot cards, the voodoo dolls. They've also allowed us to identify ghosts a bit easier, which is awesome. So and we're gonna go into that today. So some of the demons, some of the ghosts have had buffs, some have had nerfs, but let's go down right through it. So the demons have had their weakness replaced with the Banshees, as it is more thematical and serves as a better counter to their strength. So crucifix will stop a hunt starting within 5 meters instead of 3. So the cool thing is they buffed the range for the crucifixes, so that's actually kind of cool. It's so annoying that you get a big area. I mean, big areas are still going to be annoying, right? Like Tanglewood's garages in general, Willow's basement, you know, huge areas like that are still going to be a pain in the ass to try and figure out where the ghost exactly is, so we can get that crucifix objective if we were to get it. But it's still nice to know that, you know, demons are, you know, they'll be a bit easier for that to happen, for that to occur. Banshees, they received a new weakness and new abilities. The new weakness for Banshees can sometimes be heard wailing with a parabolic microphone. That's going to be awesome. It's actually increasing the usability for a parabolic microphone, because before it was very, very minimal. The paranormal sound has been improved, so now we can actually hear them. Singing ghost events will now drain an extra 5% sanity on Banshee's target. Banshees will only check their target sanity percent for initiating a hunt in multiplayer. Okay, Banshees will often wander toward their target when roaming. Oh, so that's kind of cool. So if you get a Banshee and you kind of figure out before you get the final evidences that it is a Banshee, you can actually use that to your advantage. You could actually bring the person who it's targeting, and you can figure out better, like group everyone up and try and, you know, later in the middle of the game, try and get people to kind of get the Banshee to be in that location. So that's kind of cool. The shades. So the shade, we found that some shades are particularly fond of showing themselves early on in contracts, so we've dialed them back a bit to avoid confusion with other ghosts. Thank you, because shades are not meant to be that aggressive. They're meant to be very more docile, more mid-level for that for aggressiveness. Shades will have a much lower chance to perform ghost events returning to normal as average player sanity decreases. So that's even better to know. So they have a less chance of actually doing ghost events as long as the player's sanity is normal. But the thing is, it becomes normal as it decreases the sanity. For every, so it's like a tier list, or a tier of percentage of sanities. For every 1% of average sanity lost, ghost event chance is increased by 2%, capped at 100%. So they have examples here. So if you have full sanity, like everyone starts with, 0% chance, 75% chance of sanity, or 75% average sanity, you have a 50% chance, and at 50% sanity, you have a 100% chance for ghost events. So shades will actually be more, will be more, you know, robust with their evidences, which is nice to know. Poltergeist, which I found to be interesting, is that I experienced this last night on stream, that the Poltergeist's ability, whenever they throw stuff now, you actually lose a percentage of sanity, which is nice to know. So 2% sanity drain per object thrown. So let's say you're in a kitchen, which is probably the worst place you probably want it in a Poltergeist. Well, I mean, that could be debatable, but I think kitchen areas like in Tanglewood or in Willow or Ridgeview or Edgefield, those houses like that, when you have a lot of things that the ghost can throw, it's going to drain your sanity pretty quickly. So be careful of that when if you find out you're playing against a Poltergeist. Now, Hantus. Yeah, so the developers have found out that people have loved to loop the Hantus because of the fact that it moves slower in warmer temperatures. Obviously, in the ghost room, it's really cold, so it's really, really fast. But if you get it out of the room, you can actually loop those ghosts. So they've actually they wanted to make it more threatening because of that. So yeah, like it says here, however, they weren't threatening when they should be. So we've given them some speed and ability change to make them a bit more frightening in the cold. So Hantu will now have double the chance to turn off the power. Oh god, that's actually kind of scary. Hantu will now show their breath. What? I didn't know that. That's actually crazy. So you actually see ghost breath and you think it's your friends, and it's like, no, that's the ghost. It's like, whoa, that's actually crazy. Imagine playing single player and having that shit happen. You're gonna, oh my god, that's awesome. Hantu maximum speed is gonna be increased and will change speed between smaller temperature brackets. Ah, okay, so, oh wow, it's actually a mathematical equation. So it's 1.4 meters per second equals 15 degrees Celsius 12 degrees Celsius. I think that was a typo there. Oh, 15 Celsius up. Okay. So here's the equation: 1.5 meters per second, 1.65. So the lower it goes, obviously they get faster. So at 0 degrees Celsius or lower, 2.5 meters per second. So that's cool. All right. So they changed. So those are the ghosts that they changed. It was just a few of them, which is kind of cool. The Hantu one is actually really awesome. I wish I would have known that last night before going in. I only had a chance to briefly go over it before I played. That's really cool. I'm just really excited to see the Hantu and how that's going to play out. So these are the changes for the cards and also the cursed objects. I keep forgetting that word. But the High Priestess now has new functionality, and that functionality means what that functionality is it holds a charge now. Whenever you pull a High Priestess card, you can actually save someone if they were to die later. So you pull the card, right, the High Priestess card, you actually have a charge for a revive. So let's say you pull the High Priestess card and about 20 minutes in, you get a hunt, someone dies because, you know, some stupid ghost clipping BS crap, whatever. You don't have to worry about that anymore because you will be revived. That's actually really cool. It was so annoying having to only be able to revive somebody if you drew the card while in the same room of someone who had died already. It was very, very rare. It happened a few times in streams. If you guys have been checking that out, we've had a few instances where we did pull a High Priestess, so that's kind of cool. But it's very rare for most of the player population. So it was kind of nice them adding that ability to hold. So it actually helps out in solo plays as well. So it kind of encourages people to use tarot cards in solo, although the Hangman still is quite a possibility. So just be careful how you play that. But yeah, drawing this card when no one is dead will revive the next player who dies. So yeah, again, it's like a charge. Like you have a charge or a revive token or whatever you want to call it. An ability that you can revive someone if they die if you pull the card prior to that. That's pretty cool. Now the tower card and the voodoo doll. So this is actually pretty interesting that I looked over yesterday. I think that's really cool. This is going to make things a little bit easier for players to trying to find that evidence, like the ghost right at the dots, the projectors and doors and stuff like that. Instead of interacting with random stuff. It was so annoying to have the ghost, you know, you pull a tower card or you use the voodoo doll pins and they just throw a teapot or they throw a cutting board or a knife. That doesn't really give you anything. Maybe EMF reading, but that's it. You don't get anything else out of that. So now they've actually changed that to where it'll actually cause actual evidence-based interactions, which is awesome. So now we can actually, you know, pull a voodoo or push a voodoo doll pin and you might get ghost writing, dots, projectors, or fingerprints. Stuff like that would be really cool to, you know, kind of like use to gather more evidence, and it's actually more efficient that way. Also be wary of your sanity drop when you do the voodoo doll. But the tower card, when you pull that, it'll also do the same thing. It'll cause a evidence-based interaction, which is awesome. So that's actually pretty cool. But they actually did reduce the sanity drain for the voodoo doll. Normal pins, it was from 10% to 5%. Heart pin from 20% to 10%. So that's cool. So dang, that would suck if like you're at 50% sanity and all of a sudden you're at 30% sanity. You pull a heart pin. That's crazy. But now it's only going to drop to 10%. Drop 10%, which is cool. Gray ghost text will no longer appear in the journal when taking a second ghost photo. Okay, I never understood what that meant, but yeah. Ghosts will no longer turn on lights before smashing them. Oh, okay. So they will no longer turn on lights. Gotcha. Oh, so they won't like flash them or whatever. That's awesome. Or turn them on, then flash it and then break. Okay, and these are just going to the traditional bug fixes. Fix a bug where the voodoo doll was only working for the host. I did notice that. Fix a bug with the ghost writing evidence interaction was not showing on sound sensors or the parabolic microphone. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Fix a bug where solo players could use a spirit box Ouija board without pressing their voice key if push talk was enabled. I did not know about that glitch, so I'm glad I didn't abuse that. Fix a bug with a Hantu freezing breath would be visible when the ghost wasn't visible. Ah, okay, gotcha. Fixed a bug where the Banshee would not set a new target until the next hunt if the target disconnected. Okay, that would have been annoying to play. Fix a bug where the Banshee was not changing target after killing a player in nightmare mode. So I did notice that we had a nightmare game a few nights ago where we did play nightmare and it was a Banshee. The ghost wasn't dangerous at all. I think I was the one that died. And yeah, he wouldn't kill anybody because it wouldn't switch over to another target. So that's kind of cool. Fixed a bug where drawing the tower card at the same time a hunt starts with cancel it. I've never experienced that, so that's kind of cool. Fixed a bug where the Ouija board would not play a sound on the first letter of movement. I did notice that a few times, but didn't really care. These are just like small bug fixes. Fixed a bug where the ghost could not turn on off the lights when the host was dead. Fixed a bug where the other players' photo camera screens would turn on when they walked out of the truck. This was intentional for performance. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Fixed a bug where the ghost would sometimes think you still had a photo camera in your hand during a hunt if you dropped it. Okay, that would be annoying, especially if you're playing against a ghost like a Raiju or any of those electronic-based ghosts. That would suck, because if you had a camera in your hand, he would sense where you're at and he would actually just walk at you and kill you. So that's kind of shitty. I'm glad that they fixed that. That would actually really piss me off too. Fixed a bug where ghosts would notice you holding a photo camera during a hunt if the host was in the truck when you grabbed it. Okay, awesome. Another electric ghost related fix. Fixed a bug where lightning only struck once during heavy rain. Yeah, I noticed that it struck only once. Like, and that would be it. I would walk outside and see it once, and then I would never see it again. Fixed a bug where rain and snow effects would turn on and off when another player walked in and out of the truck. Okay, that's cool. Fixed a bug where lights in several maps did not play sounds or particle effects was smashed by a ghost. Fixed a bug where asking to play hide and seek with a Ouija board will restart the hunt if one already started during the countdown. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know you could do that. Fixed a bug where having equipment turned on in your inventory would speed up the Raiju during hunt. Oh. Imagine not forgetting to turn off like your EMF or your UV light or anything electronic that you can turn on in your hand, and that Raiju just speed right at you. Jesus. Fix an issue where you could spam light switches to force the mayor's abilities. Fix an issue where some blocked hiding spots in Blaisdell and Grafton were stopping you from interacting with certain objects. Good. Potential fix for the ghost not always showing in ghost photos taken by other players. Potential fix. So, but that's actually kind of huge. So they know that it's a pretty much an annoying ass bug that when other players taking ghost photos, they're not showing the ghost if it's taken by other players. So it would be really weird whenever we would get ghost photos and then I would look at the journal and I would not see the ghost. So I'm kind of glad they're looking at that and they're aware of that, but that's part of another thing that they can fix on. But anyway, this is a pretty cool balance patch that came out. I'm pretty happy with the ghost changes, with the cursed possession changes, with a lot of the other bug fixes. These guys are doing a great job. CJ, the other guys, I don't know the other name. CJ's the guy I like making fun of. But amazing game as always, Faz Devs, and it's really awesome to know that they're continuously and consistently making updates and bringing stuff out for the game. But anyway, I wouldn't want to bore you anymore. I'm pretty much done with everything. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you guys know when I go live and I upload. I stream almost every day in the evening, Central Standard Time. Come join us. And also, if you'd like, join the Discord. Links down below. The second dimension. Help me save that dimension. It needs helping for whatever reason. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time. Peace.